Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. This story is based on the biography of Lord Shri Ram. In this story, the biography of Lord Ram has been briefly described. It is just a small effort of ours to bring the character of Ram in front of the world. In this story, the biography of Lord Ram has been briefly described. Preparations for the attack on Lanka continued throughout the night. Everyone ready. Only those soldiers who are physically and mentally healthy will go into it. Those who are weak should stay here. The rules of war were explained to the monkey army. Methods of defense and attack. The army left Kashkinta roaring and shouting. The sky echoed with the praises of Ram, Lakshman and Sugriva. There were millions of monkeys. Noise all around. They were moving up the mountains. It was led by Nala. Sugriva's commanders Jwant and Hanuman were at the back. This was part of the army's strategy, walking day and night. The army camped on Mahendra mountain, the same mountain from where Hanuman had jumped. The sea was nearby. The army flag was placed on the mountain. Tents were set up. The flags were fluttering in the wind. On the other hand, there was panic in Lanka. There was restlessness among the demons. Fear had settled in his mind regarding the power of Ram, whose messenger can set fire to Lanka. How powerful will he himself be? This was the topic of discussion in the city, but Ravana was unaware of it. No one had the courage to tell him. Vibhishan heard these discussions. The frustration of the city could not be seen from him. Such a dejected army cannot fight a war. His defeat is certain. He went to Ravana to tell him the true situation. To understand. There should be no war with Ram. He said, "You return Sita. Everyone's welfare lies in this. If he finds Sita, he will not attack." Ravana ignored Vibhishana's words. He threw him out of his room. In anger he himself got up and left. Towards the meeting hall, he had received the news of Ram's arrival on the beach. The soldiers had seen the flags of Ram's army from a distance. Vibhishana kept following Ravana. "Keep saying, Sita is a snake tied around your neck. She will bite you. Don't consider this a small matter. These are signs of great destruction. I just say, return Sita. Lanka will be saved. You are not my brother but my enemy. Be a well-wisher of my enemy." Ravana's anger flared up. "Get out of here, I don't want your company." Ravana turned towards the auditorium. Vibhishana behind. Both of them parted ways. Vibhishana left Lanka the same night. He thought it best to go to Ram with 4 assistants. There was a sudden commotion in Ram's camp across the sea. A monkey was shouting and warning everyone. "Monsters have come to our camp." Vibhishan was standing some distance away. There he presented them before Sugriva. "Monkey King, I am the younger brother of Ravana, the king of Lanka. I have come to seek refuge in Ram. You send me to them." There was no fear on Vibhishana's face. Had faith. There was no conspiracy in the words. There was reluctance, there were requests. Sugriva still did not believe his words. "My name is Vibhishan. Ravana expelled me from Lanka. I had told him to return Sita. Ravana, full of anger and pride, insulted me in the court. I have come to save my life. Let me meet Ram once, I want to tell him something." Sugriva went to Ram. There was still doubt in my mind. Angad was also looking at him with suspicion. Ram heard this and said, "We should accept Vibhishana. Never disappoints the person who takes refuge in him. This is my policy. Bring Vibhishana in with respect." Vibhishan reached Ram. Ram welcomed him. Asked about news of Lanka. Vibhishana soon became Ram's confidant. He gave a lot of information about Lanka to Ram. Told about the power of Ravana and his warriors. Said that to conquer Ravana, both strength and intelligence are required. "Vibhishana, don't worry. The demons will be killed. The throne of Lanka will be yours. The future is yours, said Ram. There was a big challenge before Ram's army. How to cross the sea. Ram requested the ocean. We sat for 3 days until the sea gave way. When he did not agree, Ram got angry. Seeing Ram's anger, Samudra advised him. There is a monkey named Nala at your service. It can become a bridge. The monkey army can cross the ocean. The tap started work the very next day and the bridge started being built. The monkeys kept bringing pebbles and stones. Kept making canal bridges. The bridge was ready in 5 days. Dividing the ocean into 2 pieces. His pride shattered. Vibhishan was the first to cross the bridge. The monkey army behind. The next army camp was built on the other bank. Impossible. Ravana shouted in anger, how can a bridge be built on the sea? Ravana was frightened by this news. But whatever he had decided in his mind, don't shy away from that. He ordered the army to be prepared, the time for war has come. Now both the armies were on the same side of the sea. They were yet to face each other. Preparations for attack were underway and a strategy had been made. Plans for the first attack were being finalized. Ram divided his army into 4 parts. There were 4 from Lanka. There was to be an all-out attack. Every detachment was assigned by 1. Ram himself climbed the mountain peak and inspected Lanka. He was also amazed by the splendor of Lanka. He told Lakshman. As soon as the sun rose, Rama ordered Lanka to be surrounded from all sides. The monkey army started cheering. Meanwhile Ram called Angad. Said you go to Lanka as my messenger. Give the advice a final try. So that the war can be averted. Tell Ravana to return Sita otherwise it will be his end. Angad did the same. But Ravana did not agree. Ravana became angry after hearing Ram's message. Some demons attacked him. Angad escaped from there and reached Ram. Said Ravana has no remorse. He is not ready for reconciliation with us. Wants war. Now war is the only option. The monkeys were ready for war. Were waiting for Ram's orders. As soon as he received the order, he attacked Lanka. On the other hand, on the orders of Ravana, his army set out. The demons were impatient. Were shouting. Ravana's Jaigosh felt as if the sky would burst. He ran and pounced on the monkey sea. A terrible war took place. Every other jarring noise. The roar of elephants. The neighing of the horse. The rustle of chariots. Noise. The chariots were talking to the wind. The swords were drawn. The sky was filled with arrows. Spears were flying. Brave men from both sides were killed. Many mighty Rakshasas of Ravana were killed. The earth had turned red. Dead bodies were scattered across the roof. No one paid any attention to the groaning injured. It was about to be evening. Meghnad saw the Rakshas army retreating. He challenged his soldiers to move forward. We are close to victory. Meghnad took over the leadership of the army. The demons moved forward enthusiastically. Meghnad had his eyes on Ram Lakshman. He used to fight secretly. He was also elusive. No one could see. His arrows hit Ram and Lakshman. Both of them fell unconscious there. Meghnad thought the work was done. He thought both the brothers were dead. He left the field and went towards the palace. Informed Ravana about this. The monkeys had gathered near Ram Lakshman in the battlefield. Were worried. There was apprehension of evil. Vibhishan got both of them treated. He lost his stupor. When he stood up, the monkeys started making joyful noises. Got ready for war the next day. Ravana's great warriors were being killed one by one. Brahmaksha was killed. Vajrastra fell on the earth. Akapan was crushed and died. Parast was destroyed by Neil. Ravana kept getting information about this. He panicked. He got up hurriedly and took command himself. In the first encounter he overpowered Lakshman, but Ram's arrows made his crown fall to the earth. He returned feeling embarrassed. By now Ravana had some idea of Ram's power. When he could not find any other way, he woke up Kumbhakaran. He was Mahabali, but he slept for 6 months. As soon as Kumbhakaran came out of the fort, there was panic in the monkey army. He was unable to stop him. He injured Hanuman and Angad. Lakshman was watching this war. He looked at Ram, then the two brothers killed him with a shower of arrows. Kumbhakaran fell asleep in the battlefield. Forever, Ravana became disappointed. He was proud of Kumbhakaran. He considered him his right hand. He felt that there were no heroes in Lanka now. She became orphan. Meghnad supported Ravana. Why do you worry while I am alive? Allow me to fight. I will kill both the brothers and place them at your feet. There was a fierce battle between Meghnad and Lakshman. Meghnad was mighty. He once defeated Indra and was called Indrajit. His Banu had many prominent and monkey was injured. It was not possible for the monkey army to stop Meghnad. He moved forward like a cyclone, and whatever was around would be destroyed. The monkey army was amazed by the speed and power of Meghnad. Marvelous. Disappointment was setting in his mind. Then Lakshman challenged him. The aim of both was accurate. The arrows would hit in the air and be destroyed. Suddenly he felt like one of Lakshman's buns. He got injured. Hunched over. Lakshman rained arrows. It was difficult to move forward. Meghnad ran back towards the palace. Lakshman followed him for some distance and then stopped. Meghnad entered the palace. Lakshmana did not know the structure of the palace. Didn't know the way. Vibhishana understood Lakshman's dilemma. He showed the secret path. The rest was easy. Meghnad died in the palace itself. Ravana was completely devastated by the death of his eldest son. Started moaning. Fainted. When he regained consciousness, his condition was like that of a madman. Howling with anger. Lanka became orphan. Now he has no support. Now I will go to the battlefield myself. The monkey army also entered the palace along with Lakshman. He had burning spices in his hands. The monkeys set fire everywhere in Lanka. Burned up granaries. Burnt the armory. There was a lot of fighting. Whoever came forward died. Vibration, Parjanda, Vice President Kumbha, were killed. Hanuman put Nikumavantaka and third to death. Angad completed the work of Nirantak. Lakshman cut off Atikaya's head. The demon army ran away. Ravana had no option now. The only child Ravana left for war. Like a hissing snake with its hood spread. Wherever he turned there would be a stampede. Seeing the monkeys running away, Lakshman came forward. Holding the bow, he stood like a wall in front of Ravana. Vibhishana reached there within a short time. After that Ravana did not make a single move in front of him. Ravana became furious after seeing Vibhishana in Ram's army. For him this was treason. Betrayal of younger brother. He aimed at Vibhishana. Lakshman cut that arrow midway. He fired another deadly arrow, this time Lakshman came in between. He hid Vibhishana behind himself. Lakshman became unconscious as soon as the arrow hit him. Fell down. Ram saw this. His eyes turned red with anger. Fire started raining. He left Lakshman under Sugriva's watch and challenged Ravana. Said Ravana, time has brought you in front of me. Today justice will triumph over injustice. Your end is certain. On the other hand, Hanuman picked up Lakshman and took him away from the battlefield. Vade called Sushil. Hanuman brought Sanjeevani herb. Treatment started and gradually the bleeding stopped. The wound healed. The effect of Sanjeevani was miraculous. Sugriva informed Ram about Lakshman's recovery. He pounced on Ravana like a lion. The Ram-Ravana war was terrible. The movement of the weapons was emitting a shuddering sound. The wind had stopped. The sun had hidden behind the clouds. The shine of the weapons was like lightning. The wheezing was terrifying. Both the warriors were fighting with their full strength. No one is ready to step back even one iota. Within a short time it seemed that the war was about to end. Warriors from both sides stood with folded hands. Small wars stopped. Everyone's eyes were on Ram and Ravana. Everyone's eyes widened. Forgot to bend my eyelids. He had never seen such a war before. But the great battle was not over. One of Ravana's arrows hit Ram. The flag of his chariot was cut and fell. Ram attacked. The arrow hit Ravana's head. A stream of blood flowed out. In between the war stopped for a few moments. Ravana went to his palace, changing horses and chariots. Ram did not need this.
The war started again. Now their chariots were facing each other. The warriors could look eye to eye. The horses' mouths were found. Rama's arrows deflected Ravana's chariot. This was a sign of defeat. Ravana started losing courage. As long as that chariot rotates. One of Ram's arrows hit him. The chariot turned. But the bow fell from Ravana's hand. He fell on the earth. Died. The remaining demon army ran away to save their lives. His sense of direction became zero. Who ran wherever he got the opportunity. Some monkeys ran towards the army and some fell into the sea. Lanka conquest campaign completed. Ram started cheering. The battlefield of some time ago has completely changed. The monkey army started jumping. A cool breeze was coming from the sea. She carried away with herself the heat generated by the war. The bloodshed stopped. There was happiness all around. Only one person was unhappy in the battlefield. Moaning distraught with grief. Standing near his brother's dying body. Ram explained to Vibhishana. Don't mourn, friend. Ravana was a great warrior. His funeral should be befitting of greatness. Death is true. Accept him. Ram thanked each monkey. Embraced Sugriva. Laxman was asked to prepare for the coronation of Vibhishana. Ram wanted Raj Tilak to take place after Ravana's funeral. There should not be any delay in it. He called Hanuman. Instructed to go to Ashokvatika. You are the one who has to reach the message to Sita. Give them the news of Lanka victory. Come quickly with his message. By the time Vibhishana returned from the funeral, preparations for his coronation had been made. Laxman had reached the palace. The monkeys had brought seawater in a golden urn. Laxman went to Vibhishana. He took him with him to the throne. Shining throne of gold. He anointed Vibhishana with seawater in front of the counselors. Now Vibhishana is the king of Lanka. Meanwhile Hanuman returned from Ashokvatika. He said to Ram, Mother Sita was happy to hear the news of victory in Lanka. He is impatient to meet you. By then Vibhishana had arrived there. Ram turned towards him. Said, King Sita of Lanka is still in your Ashokvatika. Arrangements should be made to bring them here. She was making noise like a monkey. Was engaged in Atelia. Hearing Ram's instructions, his curiosity increased. Sugriva, Jwant and Nail were also curious. Angad was waiting. No one had seen Sita except Hanuman. When Sita came, everyone found her more beautiful than their imaginations. Beautiful, gentle, calm. That beauty included the joy of meeting her husband. His suffering had become history.
Further story is in the next episode, which is even more exciting. Like, subscribe and share our channel and press the bell icon for notification of new videos. We will be grateful to you for this. Thank you.